הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכום. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכום. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכום. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem. How good it is, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine ma tov u'manayim sheberachim gam yachad. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שברכים גם יחד.
Chag Sameach, everyone.
חג שמח.
So I am warning you, we've already done and started our ruach and our vibe with the kids. So I'm already here. You guys are like here. By the end of the day, we're all going to be up here because this is a day to enjoy and to relax and to and have fun and let it all hang loose. That is what it's all about.
This will help.
Right.
Children over there, those are the grape juice. These are not.
Yes, I am quite paranoid. Please make sure children are not over here. All right. So before we light the candles for Shmini Atzeret Simchat Torah, and before we do Kiddush, we decided we're going to do Kiddush now and not at the end, just in case anyone would like to partake over here. So we're going to do both of those things. But I do want to read this poem by Jessica Levine Kupferberg that was sent to me at some stage. That I just wanted to begin with this. Salvage. I wonder if, with gloved hands and ever so gently, I can pry October 7th from Simchat Torah. They were bound together and burned, still hugging each other. I want to unfurl the seventh fingers, bury her remains with care and love, and ask for her forgiveness. Maybe then she can release the eighth, so it can soar abound. Shmini, to Simcha. Then we can dance again. The hakafot of centuries, hora in the desert, in envelope, in sanctuaries, in kibbutz, in city, on battlefield. For the people of the book know that when we end, we must begin again. And now we turn to page 384 as we light our Chagim candles.
Yes, Sue, you come up and join us. Yep, come and help. Oh, no voice? Oh, really? Okay, so.
Robin, would you come and light our Chag candles? Will you light the candles for us? So now we've each been rejected.
Oh, Nat, you've been volunteered.
Nat, there you go. Third time lucky.
We don't normally get rejected like that.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Here we go. Just over here. Watch out, it's a bit of an obstacle course.
It is a bit of, this is like a hazard over here, just saying.
So, before we light the festival, before we light the festival candles, we will light this memorial candle, recognition of all of those who are unable to join us this Erev Simchat Torah. Nat, here.
Oh, in English?
Yeah, start in English.
No, oh.
And then,
Hebrew and then in
the English paragraph on the left-hand side, and then the Hebrew.
One first?
The English first.
Okay. Zeh. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which we live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives.
And light.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של יום טוב.
Amen.
Amen. And then we say the Shechianu.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Amen.
Hey.
Thank you, Nat.
Excellent.
Didn't leave us hanging.
Kol and now I ask everyone to please rise and turn to page 386 as we join in Kiddush. We're going to do a symbolic one over here, and during the Hakafah, feel free to grab your drink. You don't do a symbolic one.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam אשר בחר בנו מכל העם ורוממנו מכל לשון וקידשנו במצוותיו ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה מועדים לשמחה חגים וזמנים לששון את יום השמיני חג העצרת הזה זמן שמחתנו מקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ומועדי קודשך בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים לחיים.
Amen. Chaim. You may be seated.
This is very important because now when you come to the Hakafot, you are now, we've said Kiddush, you may drink. This, however, is not Borei Pri Agafen, just so you know.
But there is.
Yeah, no, it's over there. This is not, because it's...
On page 389 at the bottom of the page. May our eyes sparkle with the light of Torah and may our ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to our soul. May the syllables draw holiness from our hearts, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to us and to all of God's creatures. We continue now as we rise for the Chatzi Kaddish on page 392.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי מחייכנו ויומכנו וחיי לכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן גנים ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם ועלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמריגו לשבריחו לילה מנכ"ל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירם בעלמה ויאמרו אמן
Please be seated. We continue reading together in the Hebrew on page 396. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhma potech sha'arim uvitvuna mishane itim umachalif et hazmanim umisader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים.
On the bottom of page 397, turn Torah and keep turning it, for everything can be found in it. Keep your eyes attached to it, spend your lifetime in its study. Never budge from it, for there is no better way of life than this.
אהבת עולם ישראל
עמך אהבת
תורה ומצוות ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד הם חיינו ובהם נגי יומם בלילה יומם בלילה ואהבתך
page 399. Source of life, every year you plant within us a new tree of life. May it be your will that this year our Torah blossoms with kindness and not cruelty, wisdom and not foolishness, awareness and not thoughtlessness. May you teach us a Torah of love that you will nourish us in every season.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vahem. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vahem. Ma Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבניך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית הוריתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם כראשים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
On the top of page 405. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird which cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. On page 406.
מי כמוך בעלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורתי לו עושה פלא, נורתי לו עושה פלא, מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, צאלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני לו לעולם ועד. ים בם בם בים ביריבם, ים בם בם בים בם, ים בם בם בים ביריבם, ים בם בם בים בם, איי 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 איי, ים בם בם בים בם, איי 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 איי, ים בם בם בים בם. ונאמר כבד אדוני יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני Kal Yisrael.
Please join with me in English at the top of 409. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts, eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed is the guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. And at the bottom of page 410, we say, Vaydaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai el bnei Yisrael. Moses declared the appointed festivals of the Eternal One to the people of Israel. And so we turn forward to page 468, and we rise for the Amidah, the standing part, the core of our tefillah, of our service. However, there are some additions for the Shalosh Regalim. As we have a moment of silent prayer and meditation, please rise on page 468. We will chant the first benedictions, and then I invite you to continue, whether using the words of your prayer books or the words of our hearts. Adonai tziftai tiftachu fi yagid tehilatecha baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Ha'gadol Ha'gibor Ve'anora El Elyon גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך חוזר ומושיע ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתי מטריו להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממית ומחיין ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יעללו חסלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. On page 478. אתה בחרתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, וקרבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך, ושמך הגדול והקדוש עלינו קראת, ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, מועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון, את יום חג השמיני, חג העצרת הזה, זמן שמחתנו מקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו יעלה ויבוא ויזכר זיכרוננו וזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך לטובה לכן ולחסד ולרחמים ולחיים ולשלום ביום השמיני חג העצרת הזה. זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בוא לטובה ובוגדנו בוא לברכה והושיענו בוא לחיים.
This day, remember us for well-being.
Amen.
This day, bless us with your nearness.
Amen.
This day, help us to a fuller life.
Amen.
On page 481, many generations later, redeemed from slavery, Abraham and Sarah's descendants stood at Mount Sinai. The ancient promise was to be confirmed, the ancient mandate reasserted and enlarged, the ancient covenant renewed and sealed to bind all future generations together. When God revealed the Torah, no bird chirped, no fowl beat its wings, no ox bellowed. The angels did not sing, the sea did not stir, no creature uttered a sound. The world was silent and still, and the divine voice spoke, I, the Eternal, am your God. We continue now on page 484. Please be seated. Just kidding. Just kidding. We don't. We're going to just sit quietly by ourselves. Reading from page 484 through the end of the Amidah on page 492.
Yihiu leratzon nimrei fi, vehegion libi lefnecha. Adonai tzuri v'goali, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
O shalom b'romav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. O shalom b'romav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. 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 Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
We now move on to the only Erev Torah service, the only evening Torah service that we do. So on page 494, 495 is the introduction of the Torah service. At the bottom of page 495, I will read it, but I know you'll sing as soon as I finish, so I'm going to say this right afterwards. We are celebrating Simchat Torah, right?
Yeah.
It is about the joy of the Torah. What does it mean to be joyous of the Torah? So an interesting thing, how many of you guys do yoga? 2.5 of you, 3.5 of you, 4 of you. Excellent. I am in 5, 6 of you. Fantastic. I am in 7. I am in good company because I also don't do yoga. As if you. That being said, I do know that for people who do know yoga, they've told me that they make their body in all different shapes, and there's like the cat pose and the this pose and the that pose, and it, I don't know, harnesses various energies, and everyone keeps telling me I should do yoga to calm me down, but yeah, good luck to them. But that being said, one of the things about our Jewish tradition is that so many of the things that we do that are physical are actually embodied ideas. So the Torah is also an embodied idea. Not only is it something in the Ark, not only is it the wisdom, the history, the morals of our Jewish tradition, but it is also literally like the body. Right? It is the Eitz Chaim, the arms and the legs, that's what it's called. It's a tree of life, and we are the body, right? We are the body. So as we go through and take the Torah out, which we will do, and the cantor will explain how we're going to do it in a moment, but I want us to think about whether we do yoga or not. How is it that we can embody the Torah? How do we embody the Torah? Maybe literally in our movements, but also in our lives. How do we embody whatever Torah means to you, to me, to us? How do we do it? How do we feel it? And how do we get joy from it? How can it be our source that refills us with joy, even when we sometimes feel depleted? That being said, on the bottom of page 495, you have been shown that you may know that the eternal God alone is our God. There is none else, who alone does great wonders. God's love is eternal.
So what's going to happen is we're going to now have a very brief Torah service where we open the Ark. And Sue, you might be able to open the Ark because it's not a speaking part. You like that? Okay, good. I found it excellent. That works. So in just a moment, we're going to open the Ark. We're going to invite our Chatan Vekala, that is Viva and Ben and Vivian. Where's Vivian? There's Vivian hiding behind Esther. It's like, hi, Vivian. So we're going to invite you and your families to come forward to receive the first Sifrei Torah. We're going to hand you the Sefer Torah, and then we're going to do 7 hakafot. So we're going to dance around the room with these. So I'll also ask some of the board members to come up, because we're going to take out all of the Sifrei Torah except for the Baghdad scroll, which is the big wooden one in the middle. Very hard to dance with that one. So I'm going to take out all of the other Sifrei Torah. And if you are a able-bodied older person, mature person, then take a larger Torah. If you are someone who, for whatever reason, would prefer a smaller Torah, take a smaller Torah. If you are a younger person, take a Rimon or a Yad or a stuffed Torah, because we have a whole bunch of those stuffed Torahs, and that way we can all dance together. We will be doing quite a bit of dancing for a little while, and there will be a pause between each of those as we go around, as we transition from group to group, and other people will be invited. But if you are fatiguing and would like to hand the Torah to someone, hand it to someone or bring it to me and I will look after it. So we are on page 494 in Kamocha.
So we get Vivian and Rabbi Akiva and your families, can you please all come up to the bima right now? That would be great. So you can come and so whatever board members are here as well, that would be lovely. Come on down. Everyone, please rise.
אין כמוך באלוהים אדוני מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור עמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום, ברחמים, היטיבה ברצונך את ציון, תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים. כי בך לבד בטחנו מלך אל רם ונישא אדון עולמים ויהי בנשוא אהרון ויאמר משה קומה אדוני ויחולצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך כי מציון תצא תורה כי
There we go. Now, okay. You can take off the rimonim and etc. So we're going to hand Torahs to everyone, and if you are a younger person, you can take the rimonim, so the silverware. You're okay to take this? It's a very big one. Okay, here we go. Peter, come forward and grab one of the larger Torahs if you're okay to carry one of these. Here we go. Now, can you carry this? And you can carry this. Hang on. Yes. Are you able to take a large Torah? Here we go. So, Hakafa. Here we go. V'ha'ernenu Hoshiana Tzlichana Annenu B'yom Koreinu Annenu B'yom Koreinu V'ha'ernenu ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ואחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך והארננו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ואחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך ולא נקלם ולא נקשר והארננו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ואחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך ולא נבוש ולא נקלם לא נקשר לעולם ועד והארננו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ואחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך עם ישראל, עם ישראל, עם ישראל חי 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 עוד אבינו חי, עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו חי עם ישראל, עם ישראל, עם ישראל 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 חי עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו חי עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו חי
חי, עם ישראל, עם ישראל, עם ישראל 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 חי. עוד אבינו חי, עוד אבינו חי, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו חי, עוד אבינו חי, עוד אבינו חי, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו, עוד אבינו חי. צנע, 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 הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה. אלנה, 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 אלנה תתחבנה מבן חיל איש צבא. צנע, צנע, הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה. אלנה, אלנה, אלנה תתחבנה מבן חיל איש צבא. Tena, 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 הבנות תורנה, תנה, 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 הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה. אלנה, 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 אלנה תתחבנה מבן חיל איש צבא. תנה, תנה, הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה. אלנה, אלנה, אלנה תתחבנה מבן חיל איש צבא. תנה, 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 הבנות תורנה. And so we are going to change Torah scrolls. Hand across the Torah scroll to, if you can see someone who is from a bar or bat mitzvah family, or someone who has is going to have a bar or bat mitzvah in the forthcoming year or in the past year, hand the Torah across to them as we continue with our second Hakavah. Hoshiana Tzlichana Annenu, Annenu, Beyom Koreinu, ay, 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 Annenu, Annenu, Beyom Koreinu. Avinu Shalom Aleichem. Avinu Shalom Aleichem. Avinu Shalom Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom Aleichem, Avinu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. יברכך השם מציון וראה בטוב ירושלים. יברכך השם מציון כל ימי חייך. ורבנים לפניך שלום על ישראל. ורבנים לפניך שלום על ישראל. ורבנים לפניך שלום על ישראל. ורבנים לפניך. יברכך השם מציון וראה בטוב ירושלים. יברכך ורבנים לפניך שלום על ישראל. ורבנים ורבנים לפניך, שלום על ישראל. ורבנים לפניך, שלום על ישראל. ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו. כבר חרשנו וגם זרענו, כבר חרשנו וגם זרענו, אבל עוד לא קצרנו, אבל עוד לא קצרנו. ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו. כבר חרשנו וגם זרענו, כבר חרשנו וגם זרענו, אבל עוד לא קצרנו, אבל עוד לא קצרנו, אבל עוד לא קצרנו, אבל עוד לא קצרנו. And so as we come to our third hakafah, we're going to invite anyone who is a Beit Sefer Chaim student or their parents to take a hold of a Torah scroll. If you are a parent, if you're a student, take a hold of some silverware as we come to our third aliyah. If you need reinforcement, there is grape juice on the far corner, there is fruit, there are pastries, and for adults there is some wine, some vodka, some gin, and some Kiddush wine if you wish to imbibe as we sing. Hoshiana tzlichana anenu anenu b'yom koreinu ay 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 anenu anenu b'yom koreinu. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. Yiramayam umlo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, umlo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo, Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Yiramayam umlo. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה על שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, singt alle hein, ayom tov is hein, ayaralai, 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 חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, singt alle hein, ayom tov is hein, ayaralai, 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 איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי חוסן קלה מזל טוב, singt alle hein, ayom tov is hein. לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים הבנויה, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים. לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים הבנויה. And so moving on to the next hakafah, if you can pass the Sifrei Torah or the jewelry to anyone who is a volunteer in Nourish or in Dignity or one of the many different volunteering groups, please take a Torah scroll as we say Hoshiana Tzlichana Anenu beyom koreinu ay 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 Anenu beyom koreinu David melech Israel Chai chai vekayam 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 שישו את ירושלים גילובה, גילובה כל אוהבך, כל אוהבך. שישו את ירושלים גילובה, גילובה כל אוהבך, כל אוהבך. שישו את ירושלים גילובה, גילובה כל אוהבך, כל אוהבך. שישו את ירושלים גילובה, גילובה כל אוהבך. על חומותייך דוד נפקדתי שומרים כל על חומותייך דוד נפקדתי שומרים ניסו את ירושלים גילובה גילו בכל אוהבך כל אוהבך שישו את ירושלים גילו בכל אוהבך הפקדתי שומרים כל היום וכל הלילה על חומותייך עיר דוד הפקדתי שומרים כל היום וכל הלילה שישו את ירושלים גילו בכל אוהבך כל אוהבך שישו את ירושלים גילו בכל אוהבך על חומותייך עיר דוד הפקדתי שומרים כל היום וכל הלילה על חומותייך עיר דוד הפקדתי שומרים כל היום וכל הלילה שפתם מים בששון ממאי הישועה שפתם מים בששון ממאי הישועה מים 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 הם מים בששון מים 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 הם מים בששון היי 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 מים 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 בששון מים 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 בששון שפתם מים בששון ממאי הישועה שפתם מים בששון ממאי הישועה מים 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 הם מים בששון מים 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 הם מים בששון היי 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 מים 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 בששון מים 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 בששון שפתם מים בששון ממאי הישועה שפתם מים בששון ממאי הישועה מים 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 הם מים בששון מים 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 הם מים בששון היי 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 מים 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 בששון מים 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 בששון. And so we're having another Akava. If you haven't had the Sefer Torah yet, now's the time to take a hold of the Sefer Torah, of a shield, of a yad, of a rimon, before we go into the next Akava with Hoshiana Tzlichana Anenu Anenu Beyom Koreinu Ay 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 Anenu Anenu Beyom Koreinu Eile Chamda Libi Chusana ve'ana titalem 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 Ebeinu Shalom Aleichem Ebeinu Shalom Aleichem Ebeinu Shalom Aleichem Ebeinu Shalom 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 Aleichem Shalom Aleichem Yevrechecha Hashem mitzion ברכך השם מציון, וראה בטוב ירושלים. בנים לפניך שער ישראל. בנים לפניך שלום על ישראל. בנים לפניך שלום על ישראל. ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו, ארצה עלינו. Sixth Hakafah. Don't anyone sit for too long because we're going straight into our sixth Hakafah. If you have not held a Torah scroll yet, now is your opportunity. We have two more Hakafot to go, and here we go with Anenu, Anenu, Biyom Koreinu, ay ay ay, Anenu, Anenu, Biyom Koreinu. And we are. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ירמיהו, ירמיהו, ירמיהו ומלוא. ירמיהו, ירמיהו, ירמיהו ומלוא. ירמיהו, ירמיהו, ירמיהו ומלוא. ירמיהו, ירמיהו, ירמיהו ומלוא. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. איי 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 חוסן קלה מזל טוב, איי 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 חוסן קלה מזל טוב. מזל טוב, singt alle ein, היום טוב ist heut. לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים הבנויה, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים הבנויה, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים הבנויה. והערנו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ויחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך. והערנו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ויחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך. ולא נבוש ולא ניכלם ולא ניכשל לעולם ועד. והערנו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ויחד לבבינו לאהבה ולרע את שמך. תנה 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 הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה, אל נא אל נא אל נא אל נא אל נא תתחת. תנה תנה הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה, אל נא אל נא אל נא תתחת בינה מבין חיל אשתבה. תנה 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 הבנות תורנה תנה 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 הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה, אל נא אל נא אל נא אל נא אל נא תתחבנה מבין חיל אשתבה. תנה תנה הבנות תורנה חיילים במושבה, אל נא אל נא תתחבנה מבין חיל אשתבה. תנה 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 הבנות תורנה. For our final Havkafah, choir, go down and grab a Sefer Torah. Here we go, our final Havkafah. We have our choir members, our musicians, grabbing a Torah scroll as we have Hoshiana, Hatzlichana, Annenu, Annenu, B'yom Koreinu, ay, 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 Annenu, Annenu, B'yom Koreinu. Here we go with Simon Dov. Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Yelanu. Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Yelanu, 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 oh bechol Yisrael, Yelanu, Yelanu, oh bechol Yisrael. David melech Yisrael, chai vekayam. David melech Yisrael, chai vekayam. Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Yelanu, 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 oh bechol Yisrael, Yelanu, Yelanu, oh bechol Yisrael. David melech Yisrael Chai v'kayam David melech Yisrael Chai v'kayam רחמן הוא ישלח לנו את אליהו הנביא הרחמן הוא ישלח לנו את אליהו הנביא זכור לטוב ויבשר לנו ויבשר לנו בשורות טובות ישועות ונחמות הרחמן הוא ישלח לנו את אליהו הנביא הרחמן הוא ישלח לנו את אליהו הנביא זכור לטוב ויבשר לנו ויבשר לנו בשורות טובות ישועות ונחמות Lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai 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 A few last songs before we unroll the Torah. We begin with Od Lo Ahavti Dai. So if you want to come to the front, make a circle if you know the folk songs. Here we go. באלה הידיים עוד לא בניתי כפר עוד לא מצאתי מים באמצע המדבר עוד לא ציירתי פרח עוד לא גיליתי אש תוביל אותי הדרך אולי אני הולך איי 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 עוד לא אהבתי די הרוח והשמש על פניי איי עוד לא אמרתי די ואם לא עכשיו מתי עוד לא שאלתי דשא עוד לא הקמתי עיר עוד לא נתתי כרם על כל גבעות הגיר עוד לא הכל עשיתי ממש במו ידיי עוד לא הכל נסיתי עוד לא אהבתי די עוד לא אהבתי די הרוח והשמש על פניי עוד לא אהבתי די ואם לא עכשיו מתי עוד לא הקמתי שבט עוד לא חיברתי שיר עוד לא ירד לי שלג באמצע הקציר אני עוד לא כתבתי את זכרונותיי עוד לא בניתי לי את בית חלומותיי עוד לא אהבתי די הרוח והשמש על פניי עוד לא אהבתי די ואם לא עכשיו עמד עוד לא אהבתי די הרוח והשמש על פניי עוד לא אהבתי די ואם לא עכשיו עמד צדיק אדמר יפרח צדיק אדמר יפרח צדיק אדמר יפרח צדיק אדמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה 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 שותים בבית אדוני שתולים בבית אדוני שתולים בבית אדוני שתולים בבית אדוני בחצות אלוהינו בחצות אלוהינו בחצות אלוהינו יפריחו בחצות אלוהינו בחצות אלוהינו יפריחו צדיק אדמר יפרח צדיק אדמר יפרח צדיק אדמר יפרח צדיק אדמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה כארז בלבנון יזכה כארז בלבנון יזכה נון יזכה כארז בלבנון יזכה כארז בלבנון יזכה Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Benis Mecha
Mafi, I don't think there's a name. Don't worry about it. I don't think we'll get to it because we're in the last section.
Hava Thank you Benis Mecha Hava Neranena Hava Neranena Hava Neranena Benis Mecha Hava neranena, Hava neranena, Hava neranena ונשמחה. רוחים, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח. אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה ונשמחה. אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה ונשמחה. אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה ונשמחה. אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה, אהבה נרננה ונשמחה. רוחים, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח, אורחים בלב שמח. אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה אהבה, נגילה ונשמחה. אהבה, נגילה אהבה.
Drinkers out there, kol hakavod to all you sitters out there. All right, so what we're going to do right now is everyone who's had anything to eat or drink, can you please wash your hands with soap and water? And once you're done, listen very carefully, I'm going to get everyone to make a big circle, and I'm going to come around and I'm going to hand you gloves. Because momentarily, we are going to be unrolling the whole Torah. Now, our hands, our human hands, hopefully aren't going to be sticky by the time you wash them, but they're filled with oils. And so if we touch our hands to the Sifrei Torah, to the Torah scroll, it actually ruins it. So that's why we're going to wash our hands, we're going to put gloves on, and everyone, Jewish, non-Jewish, male, female, over, under the age of bar mitzvah, doesn't matter, everyone gets an opportunity to hold a bit of the Torah.
So you need to have gloves on like these. Come up and grab the gloves. They're right here. And then we're going to unroll the Torah. So we need your help to hold on to the Torah. Here we go.
It's sweaty.
So we're going to undress this.
I'll do what I'm told.
Now,
until
yeah.
I'm gonna.
We will need 4 people. I will need the help of our Chatan v'Kala and their families to come to the front because they will be holding the front and the back end. So if Aviva and Vivian and Ben and families and friends come up, then once you have gloves, make a big circle. Follow Rabbi Alison because she's trying to spread people around the room as we're going to begin unrolling the Torah. So everyone grab a set of gloves. Come up here. If you haven't already got gloves, come up here and grab gloves. That's it. They're all here. They're beautiful cotton white gloves. Put on a pair of gloves, and then we're going to unroll the Torah and hand you a piece of Torah. Vora, could I get you to just close the ark for me, please? Okay, here we go. We're going to begin unrolling the Torah. And while we unroll the Torah, we're going to tell the story of the Torah. Right here. Okay, so I'm going to need some family members of the Chatan v'Kala. I need Aviva and Vivian. I've got Vivian. Do I have a? Yes, I've got Aviva. Do I have some family members? Because I'm going to hand you a chuppah. I need Ben over here and a family member to hold this. Hey, one more family member. You can't hold it. I need you to stand under it. Okay, good. Just follow the instructions. There you go. Yeah, no, so if you like him, you need to stretch it out. If you don't like him, bounce it off his head. That's how it works. Okay, now keep it straight. No, don't you do that. You're holding the Torah. So step down here. That's it. Don't move. Right. Alison, we have more gloves here. Alison. Right. Now. Sorry. We're going to start unrolling the Torah. Okay. Now, I want you to actually hold this end. No, let go, Sol. Ben, you hold both top and bottom. You got it? Yeah. You got it? There you go. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to start unrolling and hand you the other end once we get around the room. Oh, so you're going to hold this end, sorry. You're holding this end, and then Ben's going to hold the other end. Yeah. Aviva, 1 second. Or actually, Aviva, you've done this before.
I have done this before.
No, it's unrolling, so I just need each person get a set of gloves.
Somebody's patek was there.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of those going missing.
No, the gloves have gone missing. You can...
Yeah. Okay. So people with gloves, grab a piece of Torah from the top, hold on to it from the top without touching where the handwriting is. You got it, David? Okay, Nick, come up, come closer. Yeah. Yes, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Come towards me. Okay, guys, grab the top of the scroll. Okay.
Hey,
Hi. Grab the top of the scroll and hold on. There we go. I'll stop them as they come.
sorry.
It's okay. Now, spread out, spread out. There we go. Everyone got a piece of
All
Torah?
right, everybody, this is
Everyone got
very
a piece of
exciting.
Torah?
This is the deal.
You can't be eating while holding Torah.
Can everyone hear me? You should, because I've got the microphone
we
so
go.
close to my mouth, I can probably eat it.
Take this glove.
Thank you for listening, Nat.
All right.
Oh, you guys do this so
you go.
differently than the way I do it? That's so funny.
From the top, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
there is
Got
a
it?
much safer way to do this. Oh, dear God. Okay. Anyway, that's like, there's a much. Okay. Anyway, next year
Okay,
I'll
holding on
organize that.
high.
So,
You can
this
hold
is
on
the
to bottom, You
deal.
can hold on to the top. There we go. Hello.
Thank you.
Hi.
Okay. So this is what
Holding on to the top.
So everyone, if you are either holding the Torah or you're sitting inside the Torah. You are not allowed to stand outside, not allowed. Rabbis, I should say, underneath the Torah, please. You guys, you're either grabbing a part of the Torah, grab a glove,
Everyone got it?
but no one is allowed to be on the outer of the Torah. You have to be either inside, you have to be surrounded in Torah, or holding the Torah. That's your water, it's very small. Where? Oh, beautiful, thank you. Okay. All right, so everybody,
Now, where's Ben?
Leonard
Ben.
and
holding
Ellie
this
and
end, but I
Muffy,
need to keep
you guys
unrolling
count
until we've
too.
finished,
Ellie
gotten to the
and
end.
Leonard, inside, everyone inside the Torah.
Keep. Okay, you need to
No
step-
one is on the
step in or
outside
out.
of the
Are you
Torah.
holding the Torah?
Everybody is inside,
Then come
surrounding
to the
by
side
Torah
and hold
or
on to
holding
top
the
of,
Torah
no, not the
up.
end. Hold over. He holds the end. There we go. Keep going a little bit more. Now I need you guys to step
Does
back a
anyone
little bit
still need
over here.
gloves?
Just step back a little bit.
Yes. Who has the gloves? Janet, can you move the gloves over here? Thank you. If you need gloves, raise your hand. Janet's going to come around to you and give you the gloves. Go underneath the Torah. Go underneath it. Don't hurt it. And go and ask Janet. Who's Janet? Janet, we've got a couple people over here who need gloves. There you go. They're coming underneath you. And next to you. Okay.
Are you sure you don't want this? This will be better. This will be loud.
Really?
I can push this more.
Okay.
Are we good? Are we having fun yet? Why? We're going to do it anyway.
Okay.
No. I'll find
So it's okay. Don't worry. About
Okay, so shh. Can I get everyone's attention? So you will notice that there are some Post-its there, and the Post-its are there because they're designed to help us figure out where we want to show you what we're going to show you. And all the B'nai Mitzvah kids that are going to be reading, go find your spot and stand next to it. You guys over there, just be really careful. I know we're all different heights and sizes, so we want to just make sure that the Torah is held. You guys, Dorothy and Rajat, can you guys just be careful over there with the Torah? It's looking a little bit sus. Thank you, much better. Okay, so.
If I can get through. Sorry.
Open needs to come this way.
So,
Okay, so who do we have laning the first aliyah?
I'm going to start. So, this is not good. Hold on. Careful. Stretch it out. Okay, so, once upon a time, in the beginning of time, there was nothing. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, right? God, in the beginning, there was nothing, and God created heavens and the earth. So we're going to play a game, because I like games.
You've got the first one.
And the games that I like to play is name this tune. So either the cantor or myself, I can find them, either the cantor or myself are going to be chanting, or some of the kids or some of the laners are going to be reading various bits and pieces as we tell the story. And the key, we're going to start it, and you're going to say, what is it, and when do we sing it? Okay, that is the name of that tune. But we're going to go through this because right now we are surrounded by our Jewish history, by our Jewish teachings, by our Jewish values. So we're going to do the whole Torah, in a sense, standing on one foot, the Cliff Note version. Oh, Cliff Note, is that American? Sparks, you guys say Sparks. The Sparks version of the Torah. So in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. 7 days the world was created, and
Chapter 46, 26.
on the cantor is over there. Okay, so tell me, name this tune. When do we say this? Day 1 was light. Day 2 was separation of light. Yeah, the separations of the waters above and the waters below. Day 3 was the land and plants, and day 4 was the moon and the sun and the stars. Day 5 was the fish and the birds. And day 6 was the animals and humanity. And day 7, God was exhausted. Seriously. Vayechul hashamayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am. Vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi melakto asher asa. Vayishpot bayom hashvi mikol melakto asher asa. Vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi vayikadesh oto. Ki vo shava mikol melakto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Savri. When do we say that? Name that tune. When? Shabbat when? Shabbat, Friday or Saturday? Friday night. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, the prize goes to Nat. Okay, so the world was created. Fantastic. Right at the beginning, there were problems. We were destined to be problematic individuals because we fought, we didn't listen, because we were curious. We wanted to understand why the world worked the way it did. So God created Adam. Adam was kind of a hermaphrodite anyway. And then Adam and Eve were created, blah, blah, blah. 10 generations later, right. Only humanity is being formed. Apologies to all of you that care. Okay, so then we go to humanity was formed. Adam and Eve, 10 generations later was Noah. And Noah, big flood. People were mean. Boo. Okay, world was destroyed. And then, who's reading this one?
This section of Lech Lecha goes to, you might know, Lechi lach, to a land that I will show you. Lech Lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you. And you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. And you shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
Why is that so important? Seriously.
Because it's called Parashat Shu. Parashat Shu.
Get out of here. Lech lecha. Go. Who was told to go? Get out of here. Shu? Avram and Sarai, or Abraham and Sarah. Why was that so important? If my mentor, Rabbi Richard Lampert, said he was not a Jew, he was a Hebrew. But yes, I agree. He was the first Jew, and he was the first monotheist. Okay, and what else is so important about that parsha? The land that I have given you. This is the promised land. This is like the best part, Michelle. Okay, so the land that I've given you, and so what? Why are we here today? Sorry, this is actually literally the most important part right here, right now. Why are we here today? What are we celebrating? Well, we're not celebrating the giving of Torah. We're the joy of Torah, Simchat Torah. And what does the Torah represent? No? Thank you. Say that again louder. Say that again louder. Thank you. The covenant, the breed, the covenant is the partnership. It is the eternal agreement between God and the Jewish people. Right here, right there. That is why we're here right now today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people. Right? So this is what it's about. Lech Lecha. God, we went on a big journey. Lots of kids, lots of family saurus, yada, 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 yada. Problem. I'm barren. I'm not barren. I have a child. I don't have a child. Oh my God, you tried to sell me to slavery. And so forth. Yeah. Then we get to Jonah. No, not Jonah. Whoa. Joseph. Jealousy, strife, sibling rivalry, lying, deceit, yada, 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 yada. More deceit, more selling into slavery. Oh, you're so beautiful. Because you're beautiful, you have worth. No, that's not true. I'm doing what I do because God told me so. Yada, 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 yada. I go to prison. I interpret dreams. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, yada, yada. I get out of prison. And who am I right now? Joseph, yeah, exciting life. His brothers come back. Oh my God, I'm starving. Feed me. But I don't recognize you. And then we get to right here. We are now in Egypt. Who's reading this? Micah? Where?
Micah.
Oh, you're right in front. You're literally right behind me. You're just so big
He's
I
just
can't
tall.
see you. Okay. You're not at my level
there was
here.
did I have a yad? I had a yad here. Here we go.
All right.
So, the yad. Micah, you can chant your portion from your Torah portion that you did. On what date was your bar mitzvah?
23rd of December.
23rd of December.
Woo-hoo!
Chant for us, Micah.
What was the name of your parsha? Vayigash. Excellent. Well done. Getting near the end of the Joseph story. Let's go.
Shalach lefanav el Yosef lehorot lefanav goshna vayavo atza goshen vayeso Yosef mechavto vayal lichrat Yisrael
Yeah.
lichrat Yisrael aviv goshna vayerach elav vayepol al tzavarav vayevech al tzavarav od vayomer Yisrael el Yosef amuda apa'am acharei ve'yoti et panecha ki yodecha
Fantastic.
Well
Reunion
done, Micah.
of Yisra Kol HaKavod. Reunion of Joseph and his father is very exciting, fantastic, amazing, wonderful. They deceived him. He forgave him. All is good in the world. Okay. And then right here you see this big gap. This big gap means we have finished the book of Bereshit, the beginning of the stories of humanity, of the world, and of the Jewish people. And now we move into Ele Shmot B'nai Yisrael, the second book of the Torah, the book of Shmot, which is the book of Exodus. And the first half of it tells the story of the Exodus. We were slaves. We were too many. They were threatened by us, as they usually are. Yeah, they wanted to kill us. Blah, blah, blah. 10 plagues later, they chased us. They didn't get us. Woohoo! We survived. Let's party.
אז ישיר משה ובני ישראל השירה הזאת לאדוני ויאמרו לאמור השיר על אדוני כי גגה סוס ורח ברמה בים עוזי בזמריה ויהי לי לישועה זה לי וענווהו אלוהי ורוממנו. I love how you did is bopping and every single word is jumping up and down so I can barely read it. Thanks, Yudit. And in the next section...
Name that tune. Where does that come from? When do we read it? When do we read it?
Pesach, that's right.
Yes, and what?
The Michamocha, so in the middle you have
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה.
Excellent. But also, tomorrow morning, we're going to be reading that. And on Friday nights, Ozi, didn't you just read that?
עוזי וזמרתיה, ויהי לי לישועה. Right, so we've got a whole bunch of pieces that
Imagine
come
that.
in.
Okay, so there you go. All that stuff. Fantastic. Yay, the seas parted. Miraculous. We celebrated. And then we started complaining right away because we are a stiff-necked and stubborn people and we complained. Like, seriously, what would you do? 3 months later, what happens? 3 months later, we're sitting, we hang out, we relax, and all of a sudden... You want to do this? Oh,
So you've got-
where's Effie? Effie, where are you? Oh, this is like Effie's thing she does every year. Okay, Rabbi.
Here you've got the 10 Commandments. So the 10 Commandments are contained within a whole larger section. כבד את אביך ואת אמך למען יאריכון ימיך על האדמה אשר אדוני אלוהיך נותן לך. לא תרצח, לא תנאף, לא תגנוב, לא תענה ברעך עת שקר, לא תחמוד בית רעך, לא תחמוד אשת רעך ועבדו ואמתו ושורו וחמרו וכל אשר לרעך.
Excellent. So the austerity were 10 commandments later, 10 utterances later. By the way, I'm going to tell you something very heretical that I do. Don't hold it against me. But when I'm trying to find the austerity dibro, the 10 utterances, the 10 of the commandments, I always look for what I consider the McDonald's arches because it literally looks like the McDonald's arches. You see that right there? And that is how I can find it. Please don't hold that against me. But I promise you it helps me figure out where it is every single time. So, 10 commandments later, yay, fantastic, woohoo! But no, we have to wander for 40 more years because Moses has an anger management problem. And people are complaining. Lots of stuff happens when we're wandering in the desert. You took out half my other cues here, yada, yada, yada. And then we get to your parsha, Sarah, which is?
Pikudai. Pikudai.
Oh, we're getting to the end. So after the Exodus, we spend the second half talking about how to build the Mishkan, how to build the tabernacle. So if you are an architect or a builder, you would find the second half of the book of Exodus really interesting. If you are not, it is a really good opportunity to take a nap. Just saying. Okay, moving on. Let's go.
והטור השני נופס הפיר ויהלום, והטור השלישי לשם שבו והחלמה, והטור הרביעי תרשישום וישבי מוסבות, משבצות זהב במילואתם, והאבנים על שמות בני ישראל הנה שאתם עשרי על שמותם פיתוחי חותם איש על שמו ל12 שבת.
Kol hakavod. Woohoo!
Well
It's good.
done.
Excellent. So now we know how to build the tabernacle. Thank you to Sarah's reading, which is fabulous. You see another gap right here. What does that mean? We're moving on to the new book, and what is the third book in the Torah? Vayikra or Leviticus. Where do the Hebrew names come from? Bereshit, Shmot, Vayikra, Bamidbar. Where do they come from? The first few words in the Parsha. Where do the English names come from? The Greeks. And where do the Greek names come from? Actually, the Latin names come from. They come from the Greek. Where do the Greek names come from? Yeah, you think you're smart because you know they come from the Greek. But where do they come from? It comes from the theme. It's actually based on the theme of the book, right? So that's what it is. So Leviticus, right, comes from the theme of this is the book of the Levites, which, by the way, we as the Reform movement or the progressive movement, we actually didn't read this book for years. We actually decided as a Reform movement early on that this book is totally irrelevant because it's all about the priests and the sacrifices, and it's really kind of gross. You know, killing up the animals, burning the blood, sprinkling, you know, the fat, sprinkling the blood. It's, you know,
Except for if you were in Australia where it's a good barbecue.
yeah.
problem.
So those of us who are vegetarian might have problems with it, but better than human sacrifices. Anyway, that being said, that is Vayikra. We did bring it back because we do still find meaning in it now. So Vayikra, there's very little that we read in Vayikra that is that we do in our services or our prayers. How do we do sacrifices? 5 sacrifices: sin, guilty, making peace, just cause God says so, yada 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 yada. More stuff. Okay, big gap right here. What do we have? What's the 4th book of the Torah called? I actually there, Michelle. There was supposed to be something in there. It was marked. Okay. All right. So yeah, excellent. The start of Numbers. How do we say Numbers in Hebrew? How do we say? What's the book of Numbers called in Hebrew? Bamidbar, which means in the desert. So Numbers and in the desert? No, it is not a translation. Because the first half of this book is all about sensai. Again, if you're a Numbers person, good on you. For the rest of us, God help us. Okay, but that being said, it's also about in the desert. It's about our wandering in the desert. Lots of people, we count if we're 30 days old, if we're men, if we're not men. No, we don't count if we're not men. And so if we're over the age of 20, by the way, if you're over the age of 50, by the way, you also don't count, so join the women. It's very exciting. And then we move over here. Oh, Cantor, can you please help me with this?
יברכך אדוני וישמרך יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום שלום.
Name that tune. What is that, ladies and gentlemen? Birkat Kohanim, otherwise known as? The priestly blessings, right? It's the thing that we do. We bless B'nai Mitzvah kids. We bless people when they're married under the chuppah. We just bless people, right? And on Simchat Torah, it's if anyone been to an Orthodox, if anyone's ever been to an Orthodox congregation on Simchat Torah, you have all the Kohanim. They put their that too they put their talitot over their heads, and they literally all the kohanim in the community come in the front of the congregation, and they say the same thing, and they all go like this, but they don't all sound as good as you. So, you know, so that's the Birkat Hamani. It's a priestly blessing. Yay! How exciting to be a priest. Okay, raise your hand if you are kohen. Raise your hand. If you don't know, I promise you, you're not. Okay, if you are a Levite, raise your hand. Woohoo! And if you don't know, you're not. You are an Israelite. Good. Welcome to the plebs. Okay, over here. What's next?
ויהי בן זרון ויאמר משה קומה אדוני ויפוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך.
Woohoo! Name that tune. When do we do that? Excellent. Good to know what's in the Torah and what's not in the Torah. When do we say that? Torah service. Ding, ding, ding. You get a prize. If I had chocolate and you didn't eat meat, I'd give it to you. Okay. So, yay. Torah, stuff, wandering. Lots of kind of interesting things in the book of Bamidbar. But of course, one of the most exciting parshiot in the book of Bamidbar is what?
It's my pasha. Balak, it's about a talking donkey.
It's about, and what did that inspire? What movie did that inspire, do we think?
No clue.
Shrek. It clearly inspired Shrek. Donkey. Okay, so Bella. All right. You should have known that. Okay. All right. So the talking donkey again. The world. In case you think anti-Semitism is new, right here, right now. Can't trust them. There's too many of them. Let's make up stuff about them. All right. Here we go.
Lo ish el v'chazer uven adam v'yitnecham chachu chamar ולא יחסה ודיבר ולא יקימנה הנה וראה לקחתי וברא ולא יקימנה לא הביט אבן ויעקב ולא ראה עמל בישראל Adonai Elocha imo utra melech bo el motziam mi Mitzrayim ketoafot re'em lo ki lo nachash v'Yaakov ולא קסם בישראל כעת יאמר ליעקב ולישראל מה פעל אל הן עם כלביא יקום וחררי יתנשא לא ישקע על יוכה טרף ודם הללים ישתה ויאמר בלק אל בלעם גם כל לא תקוונו גם ברך לא תברכנו ויישא וען בלעם ויאמר אל בלק הלא דיברתי אליך לאמור כה אשר ידבר אדוני אותו אעשה.
You can't keep a good people down. Kol hakavod. That was
Well
very
done.
long. Kol hakavod, and she still got it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so here you go. So you tried, Bilam tried to curse the people. It didn't work.
And he had to say, Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Just so you know, every single time you come to the shul, you're supposed to say, how wondrous are your tents, O Jacob. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov. Every single time you come to shul, you're supposed to say that. So next time you come to shul, I expect to hear you singing.
Excellent. So when you're like so angry, like, oh my God, you're such an amazingly human being. I love you. Right? That's essentially what happened to poor Bilam. When you're like, oh my God, do you know what I want to do? I want to just give you a huge hug and a kiss. Right? That's kind of what it is. Rather than cursing them, you bless them. Look at that. We're so coming to the home stretch. We've got another gap. What's the last book in the Torah called? Devarim. And in not English, but we say English? Deuteronomy, which is Deuteronomy in Latin, which means? The second telling of the law, right? So this is really the Sparks version of the Torah. In case you zoned out or you've got ADHD and you like missed all the important bits, don't worry, just pay attention to the last book of the Torah, because that's where basically everything you need to know is right here, because you repeat it in case you forgot it. So can I ask all of anyone who the celebrated Bar Bat Mitzvah recently come up, and any of the kids who's been to shul recently, maybe the Beit Sefer Chaim, can you guys all just come up here for me for a second? Can I just get everyone? You guys are here, but I know there's more of you. Thank you. Come on down. Come on. Give me some kids. Give me after midnight. No? Anyone else? No one? Okay, that's it. Did we lose them? Okay. All right, come here. You guys so did not practice this, but trust me, I'm your rabbi. Yeah. Ouch. Okay, so yeah. Okay, you guys, come here with me. Come here. No, that's okay. Because somebody removed my thing, but this should be obvious. It's really soon. It's right here. No, it's going to make me feel. I got this. I so have this. It is like. Right here. Yes, I so have this. Where's the ad? Who's got the ad? Come here. No, you're going to use it. Ready? Everyone come around here. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea what you're doing. I have not prepared you at all. But I trust you. I believe in you. And some of you I've even trained. Come here. Look at this cold. Right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and...
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
And keep going. I believe in you.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibatam ba'am v'siftecha v'beitecha uv'letecha b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shatam leot al-yedecha v'hayu letotavot b'neinecha uv'ktabtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha.
Woohoo! Kol hakavod! Well done.
I got more confident when I realized what it was.
There you go. All right, so what is that? Name that tune. The thing.
The things from like the bar mitzvah thing that's like.
It's the thing from the bar mitzvah thing.
That you learn, but then
Yes, you learn. Yes, this is how we learn the Torah trope. The color thingies. I am so glad we've trained you so well. Otherwise known as the Shema. So the Shema and the Ve'afta. Why do we say the Shema louder and the Baruch Shem Kavod softer? What did you notice? What was? Ding, 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 ding. It's not there. Right? So we say the Shema, and we say Ve'afta. But the Baruch Shem Kavod we say softer because it's not there in the Torah. Fabulous. Wonderful. Why do we say it? Oh, that's a great story. Thank you so much for asking that story. Yeah, the cantor is going to be like, why? You know, we need to go, Rabbi. But they want to know, cantor. Because we say that because it's like, there's a midrash that says, Shema, Israel, Jacob, which we read about over there, on his dying day is saying, I'm going to die, kids. I've tried to pass on the Jewish traditions to you. This really means a lot to me. I just want to make sure that you can carry it on. And all of his children, all 13 of them, said, Shema Yisrael, listen, pops, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Adonai is our God. There's only one. You've told us so many times we got it. And his last dying breath, he says, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. So that's one explanation. Okay, so moving on over here. Again, McDonald's arches over here. We've got the the second version of the Aseret HaDibrot. Cantor, where are you?
Right here.
There you go. Yeah, I know we were going to tag team, but I clearly
That's
stole
okay.
this. Okay, so
You seem to know the story.
apparently, oh.
What are you looking for?
Walk with me.
Oh.
Excuse me. Walk with me. This is what happens when someone takes off the Post-its. Okay, come here.
Yeah.
The first version of the Aseret HaDibrot, of the Ten Commandments. Name
Yes.
this tune. When do we do it?
זכור את יום השבת לקדשו, ששת ימים תעבוד ועשית כל מלאכתך, ויום השביעי שבת לאדוני אלוהיך, לא תעשה כל מלאכה, אתה ובניך וביתך, עבדך ואמתך ובהמתך וגרך אשר בשעריך, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, את הים ואת כל אשר בם, וינח ביום השביעי, על כן ברך את יום השבת, ויקדשהו.
Okay, when do we say that, ladies and gentlemen and people? When do we say that? Thank you. Well, actually, it's not Friday night Kiddush, but Shabbat morning Kiddush. We say it. It comes from the first version of the Aseret HaDibrot, which is Zachor Yom HaShabbat, and back over here it says Shamor Yom HaShabbat. Zachor, we remember and we keep Shabbat. There are two different versions of it, which is some Midrash says why we light two different candles: one to remember, one to observe. One we do on Kish.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולעילה. Recognize it?
Yeah, when do we do
From Lecha Dodi.
beautiful. Kol hakavod. Thank you. All right, where are we? Where are you? Are you over here? Okay, over here. We are now in, what's your parsha?
Re'eh.
Re'eh. Look, see, I set before you blessing and curse, life and death. Choose life.
לא תאכל כל תועבה, זאת הבהמה אשר תאכלו שור. Okay.
Is that what you just started from?
Okay. שור, שא חשבים ושא עזים, עיל וצבי ויחמור ויאכל ודישון וטוב וזמר, וכל בהמה מפרסת פרסה, ושוסת שתי פרסות, מעלת גרה בבהמה אותה תאכלו.
Kol hakavod. Fantastic. Because of you, we are now blessed. Oh, how cute is that? Okay, amazing. So we are blessed. Oh my God, this is fabulous and fantastic. But then Moses, you messed up. You got angry. You can't go into the promised land. Pass it on to Joshua. Pay it forward really started with Moses and Joshua. Paid it forward. It really wasn't the nicest thing in the world, but such is life. And so, therefore, Joshua was going to do it, and we move on. Yeah, more stuff happens, and then we get to Azenu. Moses says, you think I talk a lot and give really long sermons? You should actually listen to Moses's. So stop complaining. All right. So that being said, he does his big last thing, Azenu. Yeah, stuff. And so don't forget the really most important things of what I told you about. And now we get to what we're really coming for. Okay. I'm done with my introduction here of the Torah. All right, so I'm gonna give who's reading who's doing the first Aliyah, because I'm gonna call them up in a second. Dvarim.
Deuteronomy is us.
Deuteronomy. So we're getting to the very, very end, last moment. Everybody, you're about to. I love this. This is like the ultimate cliffhanger. Right? The ultimate cliffhanger is that God says, okay, we've spent all of this time getting to this place, and then we're done. We don't actually make it. We just see it. We see it. So what happens next? Dun, dun, dun. It's not in this book. You have to find the sequel. And then we get to the end, but hold on. Let me just get I need actually a talit as well. Okay, so... kind of the Hebrew names would be great. Okay, so there is a tradition on Simchat Torah where it's not just calling people to Torah, but you call people to Torah and you honor them in a very special way. So we are very blessed and very lucky, and I'll tell you about it a little bit later, to be able to call two amazing, amazing people to the Torah as Kalot Torah. And I will tell you why in a moment, but it's not just your ordinary aliyah, but the people who get an honor on Simchat Torah, they've made a difference in a way that is above and beyond. And we're going to tell you why in a moment, and it gives me an enormous, great privilege to be able to call Rabbi Aviva Kiffin and Vivian Rosta to the Torah as our Kalot Torah. תעמדו הרב אביבה מלכה בת ישראל חיים ולאה ואביבה בת מיכאל לעלייה הראשונה בתורה.
Do you know the blessings by heart, or do you want me to get the blessings out for you? Baruchu.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני מבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
אמן. ולקם נביאות בישראל כמשה אשר ידעו אדוני פנים אל פנים. There was not another prophet in the people of Israel as like unto Moshe, who got to know God, Adonai, Yud He Vav He, face to face. לכל האותות והמופתים לברו, לכל עבדיו ולכל ארצו ולכל היד החזקה ולכל המורא הגדול אשר עשה משה לעיני כל ישראל. חזק ונתחזק. And the blessing after the Torah. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן.
מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא יברך, I lost your Hebrew name, הוא יברך את הרב אביבה וגם אביבה, no, I have to do the both, אביבה בת, no you, אביבה בת, ישראל חיים ולאה ואביבה בת, מיכאל. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rachel, Rebecca, and Leah, bless you, Aviva, and you, Vivian, called to the Torah today in honor of God, in honor of Torah, in honor of this Shmini Atzeret Simchat Torah, but in honor of being our Kalot Torah, in honor of the unbelievable work and mark that you have left, not only in TBI, but in the Jewish community and beyond. Your hearts, your minds, your work of your hands and what you do have left lasting effects in a tremendous amount, in so many different ways. So I have this because it didn't get published in advance. I'm not going to read the whole thing, I promise.
Can you read it after he puts the Torah back?
Are you going to tell me how to do my job? Okay, because yeah. So no. So what I'm going to do, but I will do a very brief version of it. I know she did try, so we're almost there, I promise. So I'm going to do a very brief version of it, and it is going to be published. So what I am going to say is Rabbi Aviva, who is trying to tell me how to do my job. No, but what I want to say to you, I'm joking, is that you have really laid the pathway, not only for me personally, right, as being the first female rabbi, first Australian female rabbi to have actually treaded that course and that path. So that's extraordinary. That is extraordinary to come from a country, and having come from America, which I realize this country is very different, and have made that path. It's very brave. It's very brave, and the amount of commitment and the amount of integrity and the amount of passion and clarity that you felt to be able to go to England and pursue your dream is extraordinary. And I thank you for that, because you literally opened up the door for the rest of us that followed, and it has been amazing and an incredible journey for you. And the fact that, going to Auckland and then coming back to Temple Beth Israel, and it was brave of Temple Beth Israel to take you on and to make this big, huge change, and it was, it was a different type of a thing, and that you have continued and you've bounced around and you have done so many different things in so many different places within the Jewish community, in universities and so forth, making your mark, sharing your extraordinary mind and your beautiful heart and your strength of will and your strength of passion and your commitment to Judaism, and it's contagious, and you're still going. And you haven't lost it. And I want to say thank you so much for being an inspiration, for being a mentor, and for proving the path and continuing to share what you share with all of us. And we want to say thank you so much for all that you've done, and now you continue to do. So kol hakavod to you. Vivian, what I want to say to you, and I am sorry for those of you guys that are holding it, but it's worth it, because these are two amazing women. Vivian, you have for years, you've grown up in this community, you are a child of this community, you've grown up in this community, and you've given back to this community. You've stuck through it, through thick and through thin, regardless of what your friends did or friends didn't do. You, again, like Rabbi Aviva, you were you were clear as to who you were and what you wanted, and your commitment to Judaism, to TBI, and to bring communities together in your role as the chair of community life, and working on that and being in religious life. You get, and in helping with pastoral care. You literally have your hands in every pot, and you have done so many incredible things, and you've held us together for so long, with people and without people. And you've held it up, and that's exhausting. And I want to say thank you for doing what you're doing and what you've done, because we're still here because of your work. And I want to say thank you so much, kol hakavod to you, for all that you've done. And you guys are both, may God grant you and your family and your loved ones and all of the people who you've touched in your lifetime health, happiness, peace, and prosperity. V'nomar. Amen.
We all say, Amen.
Kol hakavod. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so next one is we are calling up to the Torah, our Chatan Torah, for the second Aliyah. Ya'amod Binyamin ben Shoshana la'aliyah shni'ah. We call Ben Wyatt to the Torah. So we've just read the end of Deuteronomy, and now we're going back to the beginning of Bereshit.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach Leolam Vahed.
ברוך אתה אדוני. ברוך אדוני מבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני.
Baruch Atah Adonai.
ברוך אתה אדוני. אלוהינו מלך העולם. אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו ואת תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. The first day of creation.
בראשית ברא אלוהים את השמיים ואת הארץ, והארץ הייתה תוהו ובוהו וחושך על פני תהום, ורוח אלוהים מרחפת על פני המים, ויאמר אלוהים יהי אור, ויהי אור, וירא אלוהים את האור כי טוב, ויבדל אלוהים בין האור ובין החושך, ויקרא אלוהים לאור יום, ולחושך קרא לילה, ויהי ערב ויהי בוקר יום אחד.
And the blessing after. Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Made us proud.
It is not a requirement to actually have that memorized, just saying. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu Yivarech et Benjamin ben Shoshana. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless you, Ben, called to Torah today in honor of God, in honor of Torah, in honor of this Chag Shmini Atzeret Simchat Torah, but in honor of being our Chatan Bereshit. Like, what does that mean, right? It means that you're still young, by the way. And it means that you are not that you guys don't, I'm not saying anything about you, just so you know. But it is saying that you are literally representing the beginning of moving forward, right? Of moving forward. Ben, I first met you when you were at King David School in high school, and I was a teacher there, and you were part of an amazing group at the time, at least I thought so. And you know, it was an incredible year, but you know, you have done so much, both in high school, at uni, and now having just submitted your PhD. This is so exciting. Your master's degree. I'm being excited and anticipatory on behalf of your mother. But you know, the fact that you have created things. You've actually started things. You know, people in Netzer always said to me, we're not the leaders of the future, we're the leaders, full stop. You know, we're the leaders now, and you demonstrated that. You know, not only did you lead, you know, you joined with Max and you created the Chavaya group. You created this. You brought incredible. Well, you yourself didn't bring the music part, but you did bring the you know, the group together, and you brought amazing insights. I remember coming to you and you know, you share. I'm like, can I have this? This is really great. I want to share this in Shabbat. You know, you have your passion and your heart has always been with the Jewish people and has always been with Israel as well. And your leadership now of merits and creating this progressive collective of Jews is really amazing. You know, it says we can be Jews in our own way, in a different way, even though you've got 4 generations at TBI here. Incredible, literally building the foundations of this community. You know, your mother is like schlepping nachas, like you can't see it behind the mask, but she is. You know, as would be your grandparents and your great-grandparents, like, you know, that you are literally continuing and living it and saying, I'm going to be Jewish on my terms, in my way, and I'm going to bring others along with me. And we are so excited to be on the ride with you, and we are so excited you're part of our community. You're waiting for me to stop. Kol hakavod. May God grant you health, happiness, peace, and prosperity, and may God bless the work of your hands and your heart and your mind. V'nomar. Amen. Yeshua. Amen. All right. We're so almost done. I promise that the next aliyah is not going to be as long. Anyone under the age of bar mitzvah here still? Is there anyone under the age? Great. Come on down. It is the only time that kids who have under the age of bar bat mitzvah are called to the Torah. But I do, Cantor, need the actual blessing for them because they probably don't necessarily know it. I don't know. Do we have a copy of it? So if we want to call the children in the back before I get to page 368, we're going to get you guys. So we're going to, who's reading next? Oh, great. So I'm going to do this. You find where you are in the Torah. So you guys come over here. Come take a look. She's going to read the second day of creation. So we have light, the light of inspiration, the light of God was created. And now we're going to the second day. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. And you guys, do me a favor. You're going to read. Thank you. You hold that. That's awesome. You read this right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go.
Baruch
Adonai
Baruch Adonai mevorach leolam vahed.
Baruch atah Adonai leolam vaed.
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu michol ha'amin ונתן לנו את התורה. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. Amen.
Vayomer Elohim, Yehi rakia betoch hamayim, Vihi mavdil ben mayim lamayim. Vayas Elohim et harakia, Vayavdel ben hamayim asher mitachat larakia, uvein hamayim asher me'al larakia. Vayhi chen, Vayikra Elohim larakia shamayim, Vayhi erev, Vayhi voker, Yom Sheni.
Well done. And the second blessing. So the blessing after the Torah.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
So you guys, kids over here, I just want to say something to you. Usually, you are not called to the Torah until you're bar mitzvah, until you celebrate becoming a mature Jewish person in our world, right? But right now in Simchat Torah, when we celebrate the joy of Torah, I want to say this to you. This is my message to you on Simchat Torah. You guys are young. You guys are going to learn, hopefully, all the Jewish stories, the Jewish traditions, the Jewish customs. You're going to make sense of it in a different way, maybe different to your parents, maybe different from your grandparents, maybe the same. But make it your own. Because if you don't get it, if it doesn't make sense to you, you're not going to keep it. And you guys represent our hope and our future. And I want to thank you for being here today. And I want to say, make it your own. Teach us. You guys be our teachers and our role models as to how to make Judaism real and exciting and fun and meaningful. Thank you for being here. May God grant you much joy and happiness and love and pride in being little and then soon to be big Jews in the world. May God grant you health, happiness, peace, and prosperity. V'nomar. Amen. Yesha koach. Okay, we are done. You guys can go hang out, do
Now
whatever
we're
you
going
want.
to roll up the Torah. So just as we've finished the Torah, because we never end, we just begin again. So we have started. We're going to roll from both ends, so towards the middle. So we're going to lie it down a little bit so we can roll quickly. And then we're going to roll it up as Ido, Shalom, Tree of Life.
Everyone's arms doing okay? You guys okay? Just happy you're not holding the chuppah. Thank you guys. Well done. Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomecha me'ushar eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomecha me'ushar. 1, 2, 3.
It's easier if you just do it this way. Thank you.
Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah. Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah. Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah. Shalom, shalom.
It is
a tree of life to them that hold fast to it.
All of its borders are
Ushar
happy.
eitz Chaim hilem achazikim ba v'tomecha me'ushar. Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah. Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah. Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah. Shalom, shalom.
It is a
Tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is the tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom, oh baby, yeah.
Shalom, shalom.
Oh baby, yeah.
Shalom, shalom.
Oh baby, yeah.
Shalom, shalom. What's next?
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Torah, ora, Torah, ora, Torah, tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, Torah, tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, Torah, tziva lanu Moshe. All right, so we are not actually done, despite the fact that there are mass droves leaving. So for those of you that have got it in you to stick for the speedy ending, we've got the end of the service. So you guys are awesome. All right, so we are going to conclude the service on page 586 with the Aleinu. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גלולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוצר שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושבי גרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. We stay standing for another moment as we think of all those who are no longer with us, those who died in recent days and those who died in years past. This Shabbat, we especially think in the period of Shiva of Marta Simanova, in the period of Shloshim of Annie Bartak, Susan Biberfeld, Alma Gamble, Peter Gruner.
Sorry, can we just ask everyone to just be quiet? Just for a moment, please. We're just reciting the names for Kaddish. Thank you.
Pauline Louis, Roman Nechamkus, Aaron Paz, Blanche Radlow, Robert Samuels, Raphael Solomon, and Eden Yerushalmi. And the yahrzeit that fall this week: Leah Kens, Pamela Sieber, Reuben Cohen, Heidi Davis, Leslie Jack DeSanto, Ann Dory, Janina Drizwecki, Les Eisenberg, Ernst Glazer, David Goldman, Beverly Green, Mordcho Joel, Gregory Keith, Olga Lipman, Hans Margis, Edward McKenzie, Stella Mitchell, Andrew Morrison, Yaja Opat, Ann Paul, Shirley Samuel, Alexander Slonim, and Monique West. If there are other names you would like to add to this list, please call them out as I look around the room. We also think of all those who died so unnecessarily in conflicts around the world, whether in Israel or in Ukraine, and we join together in the words of Kaddish Tom on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabba, ba'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'hagala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulalme almaya. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לעילה מנכ"ל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל Ve'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, and to all of humanity. And we say, amen. And then finally, tomorrow morning services will begin at 10 a.m. We do have a significant service because there's Hallel, there's Yizkor. You may be seated if you wish. There's Hallel, there's Yizkor, and there's Hakafot for Simchat Torah and Shmini Atzeret.
Rabbi, anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up and wish you all Chag Sameach? May you have a year of health and happiness, of wholeness and holiness, as we conclude with the words of Ein Adir on page 632. Ein Adir Kadonai Ben Baruch Keven Amram En Gedola Katorah Ve'en Tashaneha Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael En Adur Kadonai Ben Atikve Ben Amram En Zaka Katorah Ben Chachameh Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Mevorach Kol Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael En Taor Kadonai Ben Yachid Ben Amram En Kabira Katorah Ben Lamdanei Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael En Borei Adonai Ben Zarik Ben Amram En Kedosha Katorah Ben Tomechei Yisrael Mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael u'mipiel u'mipiel Yevorach Kol Yisrael. I want to say a special mazel tov to our Chatan ve'Kala, to Aviva and Ben and Viv Rosta. Mazel tov and Chag Sameach. Special thanks to our klezmer band, where I lost Adrian and Amy, I've lost them, and Ellie, who's here, and Ido, the inimitable Ido, and our amazing choir. Thank you. See you all in the morning, 10 a.m. Chag Sameach.